This episode of the show is brought to you by Rover. Rover is an amazing service that links dog owners with dog sitters and walkers in their area. All you do is create a profile and you can start getting bookings right away. Just go to juniormoneymakers.com/rover and sign up today. Welcome back to the Junior Moneymakers Podcast, the show that's all about helping your kids learn to become young entrepreneurs. On today's episode, we're jumping right back into our Starting Your Business series, and we're going to be talking about something that maybe isn't that fun to talk about, but it's something that all of us need to keep track of. This is an episode for parents and kids to listen to together because honestly, parents are probably going to be doing most of the work on this one. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about structuring your business for legal and tax implications. Ugh. So, my first advice is you want to consult a professional before you make any decisions, and I am definitely not a professional. I'm going to be providing you information, not legal advice, but with that being said, I do want to help you understand what your choices are. So, before we jump in and start talking about structures, let me talk to you about why this really matters. Having a legal business status for your business is important for two main reasons. One, nobody wants to go to jail. And two, well, I was going to repeat number one right here, but I'm going to assume that you got that one already. Number two, we don't want to lose all of our stuff. We're going to be working really hard for our business and our money, and we don't want any unhappy customer or worse, the government coming to take it all away. As your business grows, this is going to be more and more important. One general rule to live by here is always try to do the right thing. There's often a distinction between making a mistake and lying, and this is true when it comes to business and taxes as well. Making a decision to just not do it can land you in serious hot water. So figuring out taxes and business structure isn't something we need to think about, it's something we need to do. So today, instead of focusing on all the options available to you, I'm just going to focus on two things: sole proprietorships and limited liability corporations. There are other business structures like C Corps and S Corps, but they're a little more complicated and for bigger businesses than what we'll be doing. They can also be a lot more expensive. So for the businesses that your kids are going to be running, for the most part, they're not going to be necessary. So I won't waste your time talking about them. First thing we're going to talk about is the sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship is a business model where one person owns the entire business. It's not really more complicated than that. All of the business profits and debt fall back on the business owner. There are a lot of benefits to having a sole proprietorship. The main benefit, though, is that there's really not a lot of paperwork that has to be done to set yourself up. At the end of the day, the business debt and earnings are just passed on to your tax return. This might sound complicated, but the big thing to remember about a sole proprietorship is that in the eyes of the law, you are the business. The business is pretty much you. So where this matters most is when it comes to liability. Let's say you have a food-based business like Listener Zoe. You sell sweets. Now, God forbid one of your customers gets sick and decides to sue you. If they take you to court and they win, well, they can take everything that you have. And in some cases, everything that your parents have. It's possible to get liability insurance, and ultimately there is some risk involved even then. If you're running a business where customers can't really get sick or injured, this might not be a big concern for you. But if you have a business where people might get hurt or sick, this might not be the best option for you. Talk to a certified business accountant to find out more details, but ultimately this will be best for most people. Next up, we're going to talk about LLCs, or limited liability companies. LLCs are very similar to sole proprietorships. The areas they differ most in are that they require some registration, and they treat you and the business as separate things, at least when it comes to getting sued. Registering for an LLC is usually pretty simple. Just search Google, and sites like LegalZoom.com or LLC for free will hook you up. Usually the costs are less than $50, though this varies state by state. Just understand that investing $50 in an LLC can be a whole lot cheaper than settling a lawsuit by selling your parents' house. Okay, so let's dive a little deeper into this liability thing. What's that all about? Liability simply means what you're responsible for if somebody gets hurt or sick. In the limited liability company, that LL means limited liability. That means that if someone gets sick or injured due to something your business did, then there's typically a force field around you and your property. Think of it this way. If someone gets sick at one of your lemonade stands and decides to sue you, they can take your lemons, your sugar, your water, the stand, your signs, even any profit you have left in the till. But generally speaking, that's going to be it. They can't take the clothes from your back or the books out of your backpack. For me, registering for an LLC is a no-brainer, but it's all about managing risk. My suggestion to you is to use a site like LegalZoom or talk to a business accountant who can help you decide what's best for you and your family. What I don't recommend is pretending that you don't have to make a decision, and I definitely don't recommend trying to get through this on your own. Okay, I'm interested to know who out there has registered for a business before and what your experience was in your state. Email me at mark@juniormoneymakers.com and let me know. In the meantime, let's hear an ad from our sponsor and then close this one out. One of the number one questions I get asked is, how do I start my kid's first business? One of the easiest ways is to use a service like Rover. Rover is a website that links dog owners with dog sitters and walkers in their area. Not only does Rover have an awesome rating service that lets owners know how people treat pets, but they also provide walkers and sitters with free liability insurance that covers everyone in case of any accidents. Dog walkers and sitters make way more money than you would think, but you don't have to take my word for it. Go to juniormoneymakers.com/Rover and check it out for yourself. As a bonus, if you use my affiliate link and send me the link to your profile, I'll check it out and give you any feedback that can help you attract more customers. Just go to juniormoneymakers.com/Rover. Okay, so that's going to wrap up part 4 in our Starting Your Business series. Legal stuff can be complicated and no one really wants to do it. That being said, a little investment up front can save you and your family a lot of headache later. Parents, email me at mark@juniormoneymakers.com and I'll be really happy to help you through the process or at least try to connect you with a professional in your area. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you guys and seeing how your business ideas are blossoming. Until Friday, dream big and change the world. Oh hey, before you go, I need help building a set of stairs. I was hoping that someone out there could email me some step-by-step instructions. Thanks.